Hey there, welcome or welcome back. My name is Emily and I make art videos here for all of you guys on this channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So today I am going to be doing a oil painting on a synthetic paper, also known as plastic, which is made of 100% recyclable polypropylene. And I have done this before on my channel, but I have used the Legion brand Yupo paper. But I really wanted to try this Dura-Bright film pad made by the Graphics brand because it is a little more cost efficient than the Yupo, and I wanted to compare them. I also just really love oil painting alla prima on Yupo paper, so I'd love to know if there is a cheaper option out there, and so far this Dura-Bright is looking pretty good. From first glance, they seem to be exactly the same. They are both 100% polypropylene, as I said. The Yupo says it is acid-free, and the Dura-Bright says it is pH neutral. After a quick Google search, turns out that there's really no such thing as acid-free, and pH neutral is the correct phrase. That being said, that does not mean it is the same as archival, so if that is something that is super important to you, keep that in mind. I'm also going to be using this Cranfield oil set of paints for the very first time. I was so excited to use these. I put them on the other side of my glass palette so that I could just use these paints and get a real feel for how they handle. So I want to give a big thank you to Above Ground Art Supplies in Toronto because these supplies were kindly sent to me by them. If you saw my most recent art haul video, you would have seen all of the beautiful supplies I received, but I really wanted to do a video specifically using this film pad and these beautiful oil paints. So I will have the links to all of these products down below. So today I decided to do this painting of Arwen from Lord of the Rings, and if you've been following my Instagram, you'll know that I've been a little obsessed with Lord of the Rings recently. I am reading the books for the very first time, which is crazy because I am a big reader and I always loved the Lord of the Rings movies, so I don't know why it took me so long to pick up the books, but they have been so incredible so far. Because I've worked with this kind of surface before, I knew what to expect and how to go about executing the painting. I like to start with a burnt umber block-in or underpainting. I use a little bit of paint thinned down with Gamsol, and this stuff just gives me sort of a roadmap, you could say, for the values in this painting. This underpainting actually dries incredibly quick because I don't add any oil and I instead use a thinner like Gamsol. So I let it dry for about 15 to 30 minutes so that when I go in with color, it isn't, lifting up the burnt umber and making everything all muddy. So after I finished the burnt umber block in, I decided to do a teeny little color wheel on a scrap piece of canvas, just so I could get an idea of how these colors looked and also what their tints would look like, which is adding white. Long story short, they are super gorgeous. You can immediately tell that they are just loaded with pigment. I really fell in love with these paints. It's gonna be hard to use anything else, honestly. This paint set comes with a light yellow lake, naphthalene vermilion, French ultramarine blue red shade, a burnt umber, a yellow ochre, and a titanium white. So I used these colors in this painting, and I also added a alizarin crimson to the palette because I felt like this specific reference really needed that cool red. I started with my darks to keep things from getting muddy. I mixed this gorgeous black color using the ultramarine blue red shade and the burnt umber in the set, and it was honestly probably the most gorgeous black I've ever used. I usually go for a mixture of alizarin crimson and viridian green for my blacks, but I might be a convert to the ultramarine blue burnt umber black because I just really liked how it looked in this portrait. And that leads me to the next thing, which is that I'm using synthetic brushes entirely for this painting. I wouldn't recommend using something like a hog hair bristle while painting on a synthetic surface like this because it would just wipe all of the paint off of the surface. Whereas with a synthetic brush and a gentle hand, you can really apply paints very nicely. And yes, painting on this sort of surface really allows you to use the alla prima technique to its full potential. I wanted this painting to be very loose with lots of big, bold brush strokes. I tried to really focus on the direction of my brush strokes and the variations in edge qualities. So basically where the edges are softer versus sharper. And looking back, I should have softened some of the edges in the hair that is moving in the wind just to better indicate that it is in fact moving and that light is shining through, but overall I was really happy with the outcome. I guess in conclusion, I really loved these Cranfield oil paints a little too much. They're gorgeous. And the Durabright pad gave me the exact same painting experience as Yupo, which was so exciting. I think this is my absolute favorite way to paint with oils. I really wish I saw more artists painting with oils on synthetic paper. I think it's just such a fun way to paint, and there's something about how the paint sits on the surface that makes them appear so vibrant and beautiful. I also want to say that I've been traveling for the past month. My dog Luna is with me and she's been having so much fun. So this video and the last one were filmed before I left, and I've been doing my voiceovers from here. I don't have my usual setup for recording my voiceovers, so I did struggle a little bit in the last video with some background noise. I really hope that the sound quality in this video is a little bit better. I think I've worked out some kinks here. I am heading back home this week, and there are so many videos that I am excited to work on. I really appreciate all of the video suggestions. Yeah, always feel free to let me know down in the comments if there's something you want to see. I will definitely be doing more sketch with me videos, more gouache videos, more 100 heads, so stay tuned for that. And I really want to thank everyone that has subscribed and joined me on this journey because we recently hit 10K subscribers and I cannot believe it. I am shocked. It's crazy. I look at that number and it doesn't compute, but yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and yeah, it's just really cool to see. So I feel like I'm still learning how to make good videos for you guys, but it's been so much fun figuring it out. So thank you for bearing with me while I do so. I think that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, you can leave a like, and if you want to see what I do next, you can subscribe if you want to. I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.